Victor's mother, Anna, approached Violet with a stunned look on her face. "I know exactly what you are." Victor gulped, his body tensed. "Can my mom tell Violet is a vampire? Can she tell that I'm one too?" And then his mother's shocked look blossomed into a beaming smile. "You're the gorgeous woman who's going to make a man out of my little baby boy." She rushed in and hugged Violet, lifting her off the ground. Violet kicked her legs in the air and laughed nervously. Victor breathed a sigh of relief. Never have I been more thankful to be embarrassed by my mom. A few hours later, Victor, his dad, and Violet were lounging on a large brown couch in the living room. The house was cluttered but cozy. Kaguya sat behind them, holding the stuffed bear and all the other goods Violet got on her shopping spree. Victor tried to process all the changes he'd experienced in just a few days' time. All of a sudden, I'm living a completely new life, but I still want my family to be a part of it. Ideally, I don't want to hide anything from them, but I know the vampire world isn't something ordinary humans can handle. Victor was torn. A life where I can't receive unsolicited advice from my overbearing mother or watch old movies with my opinionated father sounds miserable. He snapped out of the spiral. No use letting that get to me now. I need to focus on the present. Victor's mom approached from the kitchen with a tray full of hot tea and cookies. She was still beaming. "So, Victor, you were saying that you've been in contact with Violet for many years and just recently started dating?" Victor smiled. "Sort of, but like I told you, we're not dating, Mom. We're married." Victor's dad nodded, a bit confused. "Well, we're mighty proud of you, but it does feel a bit quick, don't you think, kiddo?" Victor cleared his throat. "Time to make this convincing." "I know what you mean, Dad, but we've been dating online for about a year now. When we first met in person, it was love at first sight. We both knew we wanted to be with each other forever." Violet hugged Victor tightly. "That's right." Victor's mother sighed. "I just can't believe you've been seeing this girl for a whole year, and you only tell us about her now? I have so much I need to learn about her." Victor's mom swiveled to face Violet, flooding her with a barrage of questions. Victor tried to intervene, but it was futile. His dad slapped him on the knee with a big grin. "So, kiddo, have you two?" Victor blushed. "Dad, come on." His dad laughed hysterically. "You know what I'm talking about. Penetration of the sacred cave, drowning the goose, letting the dragon drink the divine nectar, double cultivation. I could keep going." "Please don't." "No need to be ashamed. At the end of the day, sex is a perfectly healthy act." Victor cringed. This is the worst conversation ever. Victor's mom heard what his dad was saying and flashed him a stern look. "Stop embarrassing our son. Don't mess this up for him. Do you know how difficult it will be for him to get another woman like this?" Victor shook his head. "Thanks, Mom." His dad grumbled an apology. Victor's mom turned to face Victor with a serious look on her face. "But have you?" Victor scoffed. "Are you serious right now? Did you forget what you said a few seconds ago? That thing about not embarrassing me?" Violet brought her teacup down from her lips and placed it on the saucer. "The answer is yes, we did." Victor's cheeks reddened. "Oh my God, wow." His parents stared at him in disbelief with the biggest toothy grins he'd ever seen. His mom jumped out of her seat. "Did you hear that, honey? They did it! We have to buy champagne!" Victor's dad ran after her. "Wait for me! We'll need to buy fireworks, too!" Victor just sighed and shook his head. Victor and Violet looked at each other and then exploded in laughter. "My parents are such weirdos. I'm sorry about them." Violet kissed his cheek. "I love them." She frowned slightly. "My mom and dad are miserable. They've spent so much time together they can't stand to see each other's faces." Victor started stroking her hair. She looked up at him with concern. "We won't be like that, right?" Victor noticed she was shaking. "I don't know. I don't want to lie to her. I have no idea what marriage does to people." He took a deep breath. "But I do know one thing. Relationships are a two-way street. If we put in the work, our love will survive." Violet was reassured. "I don't think I'll ever regret turning you into a vampire, Victor. But there's one thing I will always regret." He narrowed his eyes. "What is it?" She squeezed his hand tight. I should have stopped those two bitches from being so close to that ritual. She spoke in a poisonous tone that carried a lot of hate. Victor was perplexed. Two bitches? What is she talking about? He turned to look at Kaguya, who had been silent this whole time. She just shook her head, indicating that her lips were sealed. What's going on? Victor looked back at Violet and saw a murderous expression on her face. Whatever is happening, I know one thing. If a woman is insecure, you must show confidence and let them know that everything will be fine. Some useful advice from my mother. Victor leaned in close. Don't worry, Violet. Our love will persevere. They leaned in for a passionate kiss. Victor assured her, don't worry about things you can't control. It will only cause you stress. She leaned her head against him. He stared off into the distance, still stuck on her comment about the ritual. What did she mean by two bitches? Did I bite more than one woman during the ritual? That seems unlikely. Maybe this has to do with that mystery woman standing with Violet at the grocery store. Victor racked his brain but came up empty. Whomever she's referring to must have done something to me while I was under that trance. He released the spiraling thoughts with a deep exhale. No use thinking about it too much. I'll just have to keep it in mind until I find out more. Besides, I have more important things to sort out. Later that day, Victor returned to his college campus with a new lease on life. After leaving his parents' house, he had called his boss at the donut shop and quit. He had a new money-making plan on his mind, and it was significantly more lucrative. No more donuts. I'm gonna rob thieves for a living. Victor was excited by his plan. He had superhuman strength and was ready to use it. Thieves are the perfect target. They steal from others, and then I'll steal from them. Although I will keep the money, so I'm not quite Robin Hood. He briefly considered an alternative plan. I could always use my vampire charm to bilk corrupt politicians out of their ill-gotten gains. But I think I'll avoid doing that for now. It will draw too much attention to me, and I don't want the ire of the Inquisition yet. Right now, I just need easy money. Fast. Everything else will be simpler once I know I've got some cash to lean on. Victor strolled through the wide-open campus. He wondered how Violet was doing. She had stayed back at the house. I hope Violet and my parents are getting along. He recalled a great challenge he had faced before leaving. Deleting his prized adult video. The hardest game in the world. He knew it was the right, mature thing to do. But it took a whole lot of willpower to click that delete button. I can't have Violet finding out about that folder, so it's bye-bye porn. As Victor walked toward his classroom, he noticed people looking at him differently. They had shocked looks on their faces and lingering stares. Do you know him? A woman whispered to her friend as he passed by. He looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. He looks hot. A grin spread across his face. Well, that's new. Victor approached the classroom, but stopped suddenly when he heard the sounds of a group playing basketball. I always loved basketball, but because of my disease, I could never play. Now, however, he watched the university team practicing. He admired their skills and then caught a whiff of a strange smell. Huh, what's that? He pulled his sunglasses out of his pocket and slipped them on. He activated his enhanced vision and his world turned red. He focused in on one of the players on the court. He had a red glowing mark on his neck. What the hell? Victor deactivated his vampiric vision and took off his glasses. There, to his stunned surprise, was his #1 enemy and the captain of the basketball team, Luan Davis. Are you kidding me? Luan is a vampire?